Hello, everybody. How's it going? Welcome back to the Daily Zone, the Daily View on this channel. Me, your host, yours truly, Calvin, whatever you want to call me. I hope you're all having a fantastic Tuesday. Got the day right this time. Definitely not because I've already recorded this video and then decided, you know what, maybe that was not a good video. But yeah, it's 10 o'clock. It's post D&D. The D&D session was nothing to write home about. I'll speak to it. I'll speak DM to people that have dungeon mastered before. You know, maybe you have some experience. I struggle with large scale combat, okay? I don't know how to improve 20 plus mob fights. Like, player wise, I had 6 actual players. They controlled about 12 NPCs, okay, total. So each one of them had like 2. Some of them had 1 because they're new. So there's those. And then I had the assailants. And then I had the nobles that were there. And in the scene, it makes sense for all these people to be fighting. However, it just doesn't, like, even if you're keeping the combat flowing, in Dungeons and Dragons, having a big fight is already difficult enough. When it's in Pathfinder, it's even more complicated because they're not just like, oh yeah, they're low level, 1 attack per enemy. You know, they move, they action, they bonus action. That's their turn. In Pathfinder, it's like, okay, did they move? Cool. They used 1 action. Now they're going to attack, and then they're going to attack again with MAP -5. And it's just so many rolls. It is so many rolls. And I just don't know how you do it. I've tried multiple times, and every time I've done it, I feel like it just hasn't gone very well. This time, arguably, I mean, I prefaced it. I let everybody know, I was like, there's a lot of fighting. If you don't want to play, you know, I understand. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot of fighting, okay? The fight in its maximum took about a little over 2 hours, but I also ended it short because one of the players wasn't feeling the best. They were getting kind of irritated, just because they experience mood swings, and if you catch them on a good day, it's fantastic. You catch them on a bad day, it's a bit rough, and it was one of those days. And their mood was getting real rough, and it was kind of killing the vibe, not gonna lie. So I made the executive decision to kind of close up shop and send everybody to go play games elsewhere, which also made them even more upset. But yeah, like, I don't know how you run a large scale like combat thing, because I've tried it multiple times. Every time I do it, I go in knowing it's gonna be bad, but I don't know the alternative. Like, you want to set up this epic scene of, I'll tell y'all because I don't think it'll spoil too much, because this is homebrew stuff in Kingmaker. We have our kingdom, right? We have our king, our like warden, our viceroy. We have the whole council that is running this kingdom. I had some nobles come in. I'll mention Magar Varn because you don't have to do this, but if you do, it's pretty cool. I had Magar and then 2 other outside nobles to get trade routes going for their kingdom. I had them all having a meeting, and I don't want to spoil anything, but there's a faction of people that in Kingmaker, it's like they will interact with them, and in the notes it says you can have these people come back if you want. So obviously I had them come back. They did not take well to being dealt with how they got dealt, and they were here for revenge. They know there's nobles here, they know that the kingdom's here, all the councils in one building. Hey, it's prime real estate for assassination, okay? I had about, keep in mind, I did change the stat blocks, but we had giants, I had some assassins, some bombardiers to kind of light the building on fire, to kind of add some dynamics, and I had a few other things going on. There was a lot, okay? I won't lie, it was a lot. It was a lot to juggle, but the alternative was like, I don't know, like, do I just send 2 guys in? Do I try to spike their food and, like, kind of poison them? I mean, I guess that could have been cool, but I'll let y'all know my whole vision. If you're a player that's playing in my game, you know, you probably shouldn't want going forward, but the idea, the premise was I launched this attack on them, okay? I'm trying to murder them. I have a backstory for one of the characters tied in. They're going to fight these people off. They're going to stop the assassination attempt. As they're catching their breath, I was going to introduce a villain from another person's story. Obviously not a fight. It's not a fight, okay? I'm introducing a level 18 dragon to kind of just show up, give my player character a moment to be like, yo, I'm a Giga Chad fighter. Of course, I'm not gonna let this guy threaten to raise the town. I'm gonna go sacrifice myself. Obviously, I don't let him get sacrificed. I save him with a god. Um, and that god was gonna tell the king who worships him, yo, the temple of the town, which is a little farther away. If you're playing Kingmaker, you know the Temple of the Elk. My people built their like city on there, but a little adjacent. So the temple's a little off. And I was gonna have the temple being assaulted because how when you go to take down a city, you take out the leadership and you take out the faith, okay? And their faith is really established in Aristil. So I split the people off. I had the assassins go after the people, and I've sent a cult of witches whose whole gimmick was to make sure that Aristil couldn't warn them about anything going on and all that jazz. Like they haven't experienced this. Again, if you're a player in my game, you probably shouldn't watch this far. But Aristil's whole gimmick is like family, protection. His animals, the stag. I had them kill a stag, drape its body over the statue to like kind of blind Aristil's view. Trying to stop him from meddling in this like plot. So basically they were gonna thwart the assassination. The dragon was gonna show up to give him like a oh my god, then give him a breather, and then I was gonna set them on their way to the final kind of encounter because it wasn't necessarily a fight. I mean, there is a fight, but it's not gonna be hard. It's not really a hard fight at all. It's just again, sometimes you throw monsters at. Again, I'll pose a question. Okay, if okay, so say they're moving from point A to point B, okay, and you feel like a monster should be there, but you don't necessarily want an encounter. How would you go about solving that? I'm playing Pathfinder 2, so feel free to throw some suggestions. I'm pretty sure it'd work for Dungeons and Dragons terms too. But say you have like there would be a golem in the doorway. How would you go about that? Would you have them roll to fight it? Would you just be like, how do you deal with this? Would you have one character be like, you can kill it, yada yada? How would you go about that? Because I also have that coming up. They haven't experienced that because we ended right after the assassination attempt. Because that fight went so poorly, I ended it before I even resolved the whole thing, and I basically cut off a whole chunk of the story. Because the vibes were rapidly falling. Like, I have never seen a session begin falling apart as fast as that end of that did. It was bad. I put a dot on this character, and they did not take it very well. They did not. I threw an alchemist fire, hit him with the AOE effect, and yeah, they did not like that. They did not like the dot on them one bit, and it set them off real bad. And oh yeah, it was rough. It was rough, guys. It was a rough session. I refer to it very much as a Pepe Hands session. For those that are on Twitch, if you don't follow Twitch, you have no idea. I just said PP hands, and you have no idea what that means. Don't look that up because you're probably gonna spell it wrong. Essentially, it's a frog crying. It's like a frog crying. It was a very sad session because I was very excited because it's one of the few ones I've homebrewed. Since we started playing this module, and I was really hoping it would pop off. Like all the good story bits were behind this fight, and this fight flopped, and everybody was like. One person was mad, the rest were kind of chill, but that one person being mad was kind of souring the experience. And considering they're kind of like the king of the kingdom, and they were the one that's really Aristil worshipy, if he went into that scenario mad, it was probably not going to get RP'd very well. And so I made the executive decision to kind of close the book for today. But yeah, it was a pretty rough session. It was pretty rough. It was definitely more morally. It was a hit to my morals. My morale. There we go. Not morals. But I've taken the night. I've been playing some games. I don't know if anybody's played Hell Is Us. I like the premise. I like the kind of UI they have. I hate the combat. I do not like the combat at all to the point where I stopped playing it. I am downloading Doom: The Dark Ages to kind of give it a shot before the end of the year. I do got an episode of Outer Worlds 2 I can upload if I ever get around to uploading it. I don't know if I said I was going to stream today. Today, I'm not going to lie, today was a rough day, guys. I slept in till I went to bed at 9 o'clock last night, slept in till 11 o'clock today. Dude, I swear I got a milk on my beard or something. I don't know what this is. I'm sorry, I can't. It's driving me crazy. There we go, I got it. I don't know what that was, but it was driving me crazy. I kept looking over and being like, but yeah, today was just not. Today was a rough day, guys. Today was just a real rough day. But tomorrow's Christmas Eve, so I had to go see my mom and everything. That should be pretty fun. Don't know if I'm gonna stream tomorrow. I've got so many games to play, man. So many games. It's just 9 times out of 10 I'm spending the entire day sitting in a call with my friends and my cousin and my brother, just vibing, and I'm having a good time. It's not like I'm not having a good time, but it's like it's so hard for me to make content because I'm just chilling with the boys all day. You know what I'm saying? It's so hard to wrench myself from that to go make content. Though it's like I want to make content and I also want to hang with the boys, but it's hard to like do that because either I record and I'm talking to voices that y'all can't hear, which I've done in the past, but I don't think it's been good content, because sometimes I'm quiet the whole time because I'm just listening to them yap, and sometimes I'm like, I say some stuff and you're like, and why did he just say that? There's no context to why I just said that. So yeah, I'm just this is how it is. But shoot, we got, oh my god, we have 8 days. I think I'm gonna have to go crazy this weekend, guys. I think post Thursday, I'm just gonna have to stream like crazy. And that's the plan. I'm just gonna have to stream like crazy. So I do want to beat Deltarune and Outer Worlds 2 and get both full playthroughs up on the channel. Because I feel like that'd be nice to wrap up this year. And then we can pick our games going into next year, where I'm gonna hopefully be more Let's Play. Okay, so I do apologize for the spam that will probably come from that. I also think I'm gonna change up how the daily videos work. I don't know if I'm gonna do like the daily videos like this. I may count Let's Play videos for that. Just feels like whatever I can get out, you know, that I feel like is good. Just because I don't like batch recording videos, because then I feel like I can't reply to the comments in the videos, you know what I'm saying? But it's also hard some days, like Monday through Thursday, to, depending on how the day went, sit down after work and then try to like focus up for like 30 minutes to an hour. I mean, 30 minutes isn't hard, but again, I'm really partial to the hour-long Let's Play like episodes. The 30s are okay, but I really, really like the hours. But sometimes, you know, recording those hours is real rough, you know? But it is what it is. I don't have much else to yap about, guys. I think I'm yapped out. It's 10:30. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the rest of the night, if I'm being real with you. No idea. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my little ramble. I hope, you know, if you were a DM, you know, maybe it helped you to hear that I struggled too. Or maybe you like, oh, he struggles with the same stuff I struggle with. Because, hey, I'm right there with you, brother. We all have our faults in DMing. And, you know, I feel like if the whole goal for D&D, for me at least, and for Pathfinder is what we're playing, is for everybody to have fun. Everybody to have fun, show up, have a good time. If somebody is not having a good time, there's no point to be running the session, you know? And that's why I ended that session. The second I realized people were not having a good time, I was like, what's the point in being here? If you're not having a good time, you just shouldn't be here. You should go do something you want to do, or, you know, if you're having a rough day, you just, okay, the way I deal with bad days is I just sleep. I get cozy and I just pass out and I sleep the whole day away. And yeah, that's all I got. That got a little depressing, but hey, it is what it is. I mean, hey, it could be like the beginning of the year talks where I would just yap for 30 minutes about how depressed I was. Now I'm pretty good. Now I'm feeling real good, guys. I'm gonna go. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll see if I record some stuff tonight. We'll see. No, we'll see. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow, hopefully. Bye-bye.